We need our calendars when we go back there. We're going to talk about dates.
Ready? Okay. Okay, we're going to call the meeting to order. Members absent. Ken is going to be with us, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Be just streaming.
Members present. Everyone's present today. Ken is on, will be here. 1 second. Ken, are you still there?
I'm here. I'm there.
Oh, okay. All right. As long as I can hear you. All right. We're going to, are there any community comments?
Not for closed session.
All right. We're going to enter this closed session. Can I get a vote?
So
moved.
Motion. Second. So I think both of you, and then you can be second.
Sure.
Just
All
pick
right.
one.
All right, that's good. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And so we're in closed session.
monitor and track it, everything. But and then it's a fair trade because then they have to do the benefits and stuff.
Is it coming out of Deshaun? Deshaun usually does that. Does the Yeah. I would probably just check with him because sometimes like what I learned.
That is really interesting. Okay. Good evening. We have nothing to report out of closed session, and we'd like to welcome our new student, and he's going to take the oath of office with Carl.
Yeah, so first I'd like to introduce Abrar Amir. He's a member of the ASB UP for 2 years, and he joined ASB mainly because he wanted to bring about change to the school culture by adding some of his own ideas. He's a person who loves talking with people. He's funny. He's a talkative person. So if you want to talk, he's here for you. I've always been, he's fond of helping people by making them laugh and saying something nice. And being on ASB, he's also now training other people, who are coming up through the ranks of the ASB, helping to understand school leadership. He's been in the band for 4 years, and he plays the trumpet.
All right.
He currently works at Wendy's, and he volunteers at the Desert Valley Hospital, and he's trying to gain experience to see how the medical field works. He has aspirations to become a doctor, and while volunteering at the hospital, he's learned so much about the medical field. He's learned to do many things, like taking vitals, and he's also learned how to sew up a person. And he's taking volunteers.
I'll need it sometime, I know that.
You have a volunteer right there. Got a cut in the finger, Amir. But welcome, welcome to the board. So if you'll follow me, we'll do the oath of office. All right, if you'll raise up your right hand. I, Abrar Amir, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United
to
States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservations
without any mental reservations
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well
and that I will well
and faithfully discharge
and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations. Welcome.
Okay, we're going to call this meeting to order, and why don't you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Oh, you got the.
Oh,
We have a color guard
our
here.
color guard is
You were
here.
hiding, we know.
Sorry about that. Next time.
Don't worry.
Okay, are we ready for the pledge?
Post.
Color guard, carry. Color. Forward, march. Color guard, hold. About face. Present. Color.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to the Pledge of Allegiance. If you are in uniform or you are a military member, you may stand at attention. If otherwise, please put your right hand over your heart and repeat with me. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Colors. Forward. March. Color guard. Halt. About face. Order. Colors.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda, please?
So moved.
Second.
Let's see, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, resolutions, 4.1. We have a resolution for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
So on Monday, we celebrate the life of a legacy of a man who left an undeniable mark in the pages of our history. As we commemorate the Martin Luther King Jr. Day, we not only honor the memory of a visionary leader, but we also reflect on the ideas he championed: equality, justice, and a dream of a united nation. Dr. King's words continue to resonate through time, inspiring generations to strive for a world where individuals are judged not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. His commitment to nonviolence and civil disobedience in the face of injustice paved the way for more than just a just society. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is not just a day off, it's a day on. It's a day on which we actively engage in the ongoing struggle for equality and justice. It's a day to honor the sacrifices made by those who came before us and to recognize our responsibility in shaping a better future for generations to come. In the spirit of Dr. King's dream, as a district, we stand united against prejudice and discrimination, and together we can continue the journey towards a more inclusive, compassionate, and harmonious society. So it's my honor to present to you the district resolution for Dr. Martin Luther King.
Okay. 4.2, resolution, Black History Month.
Do you be okay to vote on Dr. Martin Luther King?
Yes, we will. Can I get a motion to?
So moved.
Second, and discussion. I just want to say that, and when you were talking about it, I thought of, I was born in Montgomery, Alabama, and Martin Luther King Church was there along with my grandmother. 2 doors down from my grandmother lived Rosa Parks, who sat on the bus, and even today we talk about Rosa Parks. But my family were those people that walked across that Selma Bridge, and 2 of them died and lost their lives behind just the idea of trying to integrate areas of places in the South and other places. But this is very important for a lot of people. Okay. Can I get the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. And the next one, Black History Month?
So as we gather here to mark the beginning of Black History Month, starting in February, we embark on a journey of remembrance, celebration, and acknowledgement. February is a time to honor the rich tapestry of the African American history, to reflect on the struggles faced and the triumphs achieved, and the undeniable contributions made by Black individuals throughout history. Black History Month is not just a time to focus on the past, it's an opportunity to recognize the resilience, the creativity, the unwavering spirit of the African American communities, past and present. It's a moment to celebrate the progress we've made and to acknowledge the work that still lies ahead in the pursuit of equality and injustice. But Black History Month is not confined to just the past. It's a living, breathing narrative that continues to be written every day by individuals who contribute to the arts, the sciences, politics, and every facet of society. It's a time to engage in the conversation about systematic challenges, racial inequality, and the steps that we can collectively take to create a more inclusive and equitable future. Let this February serve as a reminder that Black history is American history. The stories, the struggles, the triumphs of the African American community have played an integral role in shaping the diverse and the dynamic nation that we call home. By acknowledging and understanding this history, we move closer to a society where every individual is afforded the respect, the dignity, and the opportunities that they deserve. So as we embark on this month-long celebration, let us honor the legacy for those who came before us. Let us celebrate the achievements of today and commit ourselves to building a future where equality, justice, and unity will prevail. It's my honor to be able to present to you the Black History Month resolution.
Okay,
Motion
Can
to
I-
approve.
Second.
all right. Discussion, anybody? All right, vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, no notes, it's unanimous. Now, presentations of the ROTC, Air Force ROTC. It makes me smile because my dad was in the military. My husband was in the military. Both of them were in Air Force. And then I had a very famous uncle. He was basically my father's uncle. He was the first four-star general, Chappie James. You ever heard of him? Any of you?
Say again, Captain?
Chappie James.
Oh,
They called him
Chappie,
Chappie
absolutely.
James. You heard of him?
Absolutely. He's
Right.
part of our legacy and history
Yeah.
that we're required to know as a senior.
He was the very
officer.
first
Yes, he
Afro-American
was. He was the first,
four-star
Black
general.
that we had.
Yes, he was. Yeah, that's right.
Good evening, members of the governing board, Superintendent Coles, Assistant Superintendents, and guests. I am Lieutenant Colonel Max Gomez, the current commander of the Air Force Junior ROTC Unit CA 945 at Victor Valley High School. Assisting me this evening with this presentation is Cadet Captain Aubrey Rosa, our communications officer and next year's unit commander.
Please let me introduce the members of the color guard that opened our ceremony this evening. Our lead rifle, Cadet Major Nikki Agudo. Our California flag, Cadet Captain Viviana Pena. Our U.S. flag, Cadet Captain Samantha Gallegos Rodriguez. And our commander, Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Sophia Yu. Next slide, please.
My command staff for this year is displayed. With us tonight are my Deputy Group Commander, Cadet Major Nikki Agudo, Executive Officer, Cadet Captain Viviana Pena, Senior Enlisted Advisor Informant, Unit Commander, Chief Master Sergeant Sophia Yu, First Sergeant, Cadet Senior Master Sergeant Angel Alcantar. Next slide, please. My squadron commanders for this year are Training Squadron Commander, Cadet Captain Samantha Gallegos Rodriguez, Support Squadron Commander, Cadet Captain Marquez Martin, and last but not least, Operations Squadron Commander, Cadet Captain Tristan Luke. Next slide, please.
As we enter our 30th year as a unit, we want to acknowledge the accomplishments of those who came before us, as well as continuing legacy of excellence. The unit has earned 18 Distinguished Unit Awards during its history beginning with Chief Moitoso, our unit founder and father of our esteemed counselor at VVHS. During our last evaluation in April of 2023, we earned our second Distinguished Unit Award with merit. This is only presented to the top 5% of AFJ ROTC units worldwide during a formal inspection that occurs every 3 years. We have also earned the fourth highest award granted to JROTC units by Air University, the Community Service Star Award with Excellence for the fourth consecutive year. Advanced slides, please.
The activities listed on the slide are extra programs that cadets can choose to pursue while enrolled in AFJ ROTC. Three of the new programs for this year include air rifle marksmanship, robotics, and Raider team activities. We are also proud to announce that our JLab team, which is the JROTC version of the academic decathlon, has advanced to the Level 2 competition for the second straight year. JLab competition involves over 3,000 Air Force, Army, Navy, and Marine Corps JROTC units worldwide.
We are also extremely proud to be a part of a Veterans Memorial Honor Details that are conducted at Riverside National Cemetery. Twice each month, cadets perform burial services that include a rifle volley, playing of taps, and presentation of a U.S. flag for recently deceased veterans. We perform 8 to 10 services each time we attend. Next slide, please.
We are very honored to represent our school and the district at numerous events in the community throughout the year. Displayed are some of the events we have attended. Our next event will be the Martin Luther King Jr. Parade on Monday in Victorville. Next slide, please.
Thank you for your time. Does anyone have any questions?
Does anybody have any questions? Great job. Absolutely. Absolutely great.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time.
Thank you.
Before you close up here, Chief, thank you for the work that you do with these students. It doesn't go unnoticed. Just the commitment that you have to them, and I love, we meet probably every other month or so, and they come in and fill me in at what's happening. And I remember the first meeting, they come in, they're super nervous, and as the year goes on, the nervousness subsides a little bit. And so thank you for all the work that you do with these kids, and it's a tremendous thing for all of them.
Thank you, sir, and thank you, Governing Board, for your support of our program. It's very important in this day and age to have students be this involved in patriotic activities. And as you can tell, they're all very enthusiastic about being here. And Mr. Coles is completely correct. As they gain experience in public speaking, this is really part of our curriculum, getting them in front of people and being comfortable presenting. Yeah. So again, thank you so much for your time, and we appreciate the invitation. And hopefully we'll see some of you at the Victorville Parade, because we're going to have, we've been invited to do the colors and lead the event down at the courthouse at 10 o'clock on Monday morning.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
But by the way, they make me a little nervous when they come and meet with me, because they all sit down at the same time and they get up at the same time, and I don't know what to do. So you don't worry, I'll get a little less nervous too over time. So apparently, when I stand up, they stand up. So I don't know. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, I attended the Veterans Day Parade, and I had an opportunity to see the cadets, and they did an outstanding job. And I know the rest of the veterans there that day were really appreciative of all the work that you did, and just how outstanding you look. I mean, you're just super sharp, and it's really heartwarming to see, especially for us old veterans. I was Army, but my oldest son was Air Force, 10 years. My grandson is currently Air Force. He's currently somewhere in the Sahara Desert doing his duty. We're hoping he gets home in April. We'll be glad to have him back home. But thank you again for all that you do. It means a lot to us as well as the community, and you represent the district very well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Any other comments?
Thank you.
You notice it's all good.
Oh, that's gonna be a tight
You
fit.
see it's all
This is why they make me nervous.
good. They're all girls, too.
I was wondering if you'd noticed that, ma'am. And
I noticed that right away.
They insisted on being.
This is really great.
They
It's
insisted
girls.
on being an all-girl crew.
Yes.
And they also took over from the boys today and because they're seniors, so they can do this. They said, we will be in front of the Martin Luther King parade. You guys can do it next year.
Well, you know, one of the things that we had to do years ago, we had to make sure, we had to go to the state to ask them, we already had ROTC, but to ask them, can we have two different groups, you know? And so they allowed us, we're one of the only districts that have the other group, and then we have ROTC. But ROTC has always been a favorite for this district.
And again, we will have a 30th year party of some sort. We're trying to figure out how to contact all of the alumni, and I'm sure I can get
Oh
some
my
help
gosh.
That's a
from
tough one.
everybody to make that happen.
Oh, wow, that would be great.
Right.
Yeah, let us know if we can help you with anything.
And Ms. Dew, you mentioned you were from Montgomery.
Yeah.
My counterpart, Lieutenant Colonel Schmidt, who retired at the end
Oh,
of last
Schmidt,
year,
yeah.
he moved to Montgomery.
He moved to Montgomery?
Has no family, no friends. He just said, I want to move to Montgomery. I don't know why. But he calls me 3 times a week, and that's where he is.
Wow, that's amazing. He moved to Montgomery.
He did.
Wow.
I thought it was interesting, the young man was a lieutenant colonel. I spent 5 years in the Army, I was lucky to make it to sergeant. And he's already lieutenant colonel, that's great.
Those are position grades so he's the top cadet in the entire unit, and they only hold that rank while they're in the position. So his real rank is staff sergeant.
Okay, that's more
Wow.
like it.
So,
Oh, real rank.
thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And tell Smith, if you talk to him, tell him I said hello.
Oh, he'll call me within the hour, I guarantee.
Oh, wow, my
He was so
cousins
excited
still
that-
live there.
that the board got to see the.
Yeah, that's pretty good, yeah. Wow.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you, Chief.
You're welcome.
Wow, that was nice.
Yeah.
It's good to see that. Let's see. Now we're gonna have the superintendent's student advisory report.
So every month I have the opportunity to meet with the student advisors, and I know each of you over all the boards had an opportunity to meet them throughout the year, and it's really the highlight of my month, being able to sit down and just have real conversation with our students. So welcome our students from University Prep.
Good afternoon, esteemed Board of Trustees, Superintendent Cole, Assistant Superintendent. It is an honor to stand before you today on behalf of UP.
In yesterday's advisory meeting, we held something similar to a workshop on leadership and how you have to find the main purpose or reason for setting the goal that you want to reach in the first place. We talked about New Year's resolutions that we may have set, digging deeper into the goals and finding that main reasons as to why we set them in the first place. For example, many resolutions entailed going to the gym. Digging deeper, we found out that the main goal was to get healthier overall. From there, we realized that there's more than one way to tackle our goals and challenges.
We then watched a video on Simon Sinek's Golden Circle, in which he talked about how different companies would advertise their products and which methods succeeded the most. His Golden Circle focused more on the why, the what could be, rather than the what when pitching an idea. Reflecting on this video, we were tasked with coming up with ideas that may benefit school pride. For example, a cleaner school community or an increase in athleticism. From there, we were tasked with pitching said ideas in hopes of selling. Overall, we learned how leadership roles in one's life are very important, as they help build a foundation for ideas that you may have and want to bring to the table. Thank you for the opportunity to be here, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
The first half of the year, we've been spending time on kind of what's going on in their campuses, and I said, you can't just sit with this as problem admiration. Now you got to do something about it as kids, as student leaders. So we spent some time talking about it. I try to get them to sell me a pin. I try to sell them a pin. You guys ready to make your sales pitch for a pin? Not yet? Okay.
Maybe next meeting.
Very good. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Public comments. I do have 3. Could you read that for me?
Yep. So this is an opportunity for the community to address the board on If you'd like to address the board on any topic, including any item on the agenda, please submit your comments to the board president by completing a request to address the board card prior to the meeting and submitting it to the assistant to the superintendent. The president will recognize those who desire to speak either during the public comment section of the agenda or before a particular agenda item. Each speaker should move quickly to the microphone and announce your name before beginning your presentations. Meetings are taped for later transcription. Each speaker is allocated a maximum of 3 minutes. The president may choose to limit each topic to 10, no more than 20 minutes, if substantial number of people wish to address the board on one topic. Testimony should be brief and to the point. Speakers should not repeat testimony already presented. Board action may not legally be taken on any item not specifically listed on the agenda. The board may ask that such items be placed on the next agenda for consideration. Testimony is not protected from damage claims for slander. Public charges or allegations may result in legal action being brought by those individuals. The board values constructive community comments and suggestions, and it welcomes your participation in the democratic process.
Okay, I have Gillespie. Oh, Brian. Oh, Brian.
Good evening, Mr. Coles, board members, executive cabinet. Tonight, I come to you in my capacity as the president-elect for the Rotary Club of Victorville. I'm talking about a couple of the programs we've had up to this point this year and a couple things that are happening in the near future. So first, I'd like to highlight our continued partnership with the district with our Read Before K program. I know the district is really looking at increasing literacy in our district, and we're partnering with you guys to do that with the Read Before K. We also recently had our teacher mini grants where the Rotary Club gave over $20,000 in scholarships to local teachers. It was a great event. Ms. Edmondson, you were one of the recipients of our scholarships. A couple things we have coming up. We have the Dan Stover Music Competition. Dr. Yee has already received information on this and has passed it out to principals. This is an instrumental music competition for students 9th through 12th grade. There's a scholarship at the local level, and then I think they can earn up to $3,000 if they win at the district level. But that information's been sent out, and I think we only still have 1 or 2 students at this point, so we're still looking for more on that. And then I'll be getting information to Dr. Yee about our George Hensel Ethics Essay Contest. This is a contest where 9th through 12th graders write an essay and then come and speak at the Rotary Club, and the same thing, there is a scholarship at the local level, and if they go on to the district level, they can make more. I just want you guys to be aware of some of the things we're doing, some of the competitions that we have coming up in the near future, and I'll be getting all the information to Dr. Yee so she can get that out to all of you guys. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next one is Reyes. Is it Kalsha Reyes? No? Right? Kat, how do you say your name?
That's Calista, but everyone calls me Kat.
Oh, what's your name?
Calista?
Calissa. Okay.
Kelly.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of the Victor Valley High School District School Board, fellow students, parents, and supporters, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to address you today on behalf of University Preparatory Fencing Club. My name is Calista Reyes Quevedo. I'm the president of the fencing club, and I've come here to advocate for the crucial need for funding to enhance our fencing program. The University Preparatory Fencing Club has been a beacon of discipline, sportsmanship, and personality growth for our students. Fencing as an activity not only promotes physical fitness, but also instills valuable life skills such as focus, determination, and teamwork. Today, I stand before you to request your support in providing the necessary funding for new uniforms, equipment, and a dedicated space to ensure the continued success and expansion of our fencing program. Firstly, our current uniforms are in dire need of an upgrade. Worn-out gear not only affects the morale of our fencers, but also puts them at a disadvantage during competitions. New uniforms will not only boost the confidence of our athletes, but also present a unified and professional image for our school. Secondly, the importance of high-quality equipment cannot be overstated in a sport as intricate and technical as fencing. Our current equipment is outdated and does not meet the standards required for competitive play. With your support, we can acquire state-of-the-art gear that will not only enhance the safety of our athletes, but also contribute to improved performance and competitiveness on the fencing strip.
Furthermore, our fencing program is in desperate need of dedicated space for training and practice. Having a designated area will not only allow us to conduct our regular practices, but also provide a sense of identity and belonging for our club members. A dedicated space will also enable us to attract more students to join our program, fostering a sense of community and promoting the overall well-being for our school. It's important to highlight the positive influences that fencing brings to our students and the broader community. Fencing is not just a sport, it's a vehicle for personal development, fostering qualities such as discipline, respect, and resilience. By investing in our fencing program, you are investing in the holistic development of our students, preparing them for success both on and off the fencing strip. In conclusion, I urge you to consider the profound impact that supporting the University Preparatory Fencing Club can have on our students and the entire school community. By providing funding for new uniforms, equipment, and dedicated practicing space, you are not just investing in a sport, you are investing in the future leaders, athletes, and responsible citizens of our community. Thank you for your time, consideration, and ongoing commitment to the growth and success of our students at University Preparatory.
Was there another person? Was that it? Okay, and then the next one is the same group, right? Or is it a different group?
Oh, okay.
Or you change one person? Two people?
Good afternoon.
Okay.
We're here to request actually a new program as well. So
Oh.
request support.
Okay, and your name is?
Valerie.
Valerie,
Romero.
okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Esteemed members of the Victor Valley Union High School Board, respected educators, parents, and fellow students, I stand before you today as a proud member of the University Preparatory Mariachi Club to advocate for the continued growth and development of our beloved musical tradition. My name is Valerie Romero, and I'm president and founding member of Mariachi Club at University Prep. And I'm here to request your support in securing funds to enrich our mariachi program, ensuring that it thrives as a cultural and educational asset within the Victor Valley. The University Preparatory Mariachi Club has become a vibrant symbol of cultural diversity and artistic expression within our school. Our goal is to preserve and promote the rich heritage of mariachi music, and we are here today to seek your assistance in overcoming some pressing challenges that hinder our progress. Firstly, the cost of instruments possesses a significant barrier to our members. Mariachi music relies on a variety of instruments, each playing a crucial role in creating the enchanting melodies that define our cultural identity. Unfortunately, many students face financial constraints that prevents them from acquiring these instruments. By providing funding for instruments, we can ensure that every interested student has the opportunity to participate and learn this beautiful musical art form. Secondly, the significance of traditional uniforms cannot be understated. Our current uniforms are simple and consist of our professional dress shirts, black pants, and traditional mariachi moños or bow ties. A fresh set of uniforms not only enhances the visual appeal of our performances, but also instills a sense of pride and unity among our members. Traditional attire is an essential aspect of mariachi, and with your support, we can proudly represent our school and community with authenticity and cultural respect.
I would like to share with you the profound benefits that investing in our mariachi program will bring to University Preparatory and the Victor Valley School District and the broader community. First and foremost, mariachi transcends the boundaries of music education. It serves as a cultural bridge, fostering an appreciation for diversity and unity among our students. By supporting our mariachi program, you are contributing to the creation of culturally aware and well-rounded individuals. Moreover, our mariachi performances have the power to bring communities together. Imagine the joy and pride that our performances could bring to the school events, local celebrations, district functions. Our Mariachi Club has the potential to serve as a cultural ambassador, showcasing the talent and diversity at our school and district have to offer. In conclusion, I urge you to consider the immense cultural and educational value that the University Preparatory Mariachi Club brings to our school and community. By providing funds for instruments and traditional uniforms, you are not only supporting the development of musical skills, but also fostering a deeper understanding and appreciation for our shared cultural heritage. Thank you for your time and consideration and commitment to the cultural enrichment of University Preparatory. Together, let us ensure that the soulful notes of mariachi music continue to resonate within the halls of our school, bringing joy and cultural unity to all. Thank you.
Okay. Couple of things well, since the group that belongs to both of the topics. Were you part of the group Saturday that performed at the
Yes.
building dedication? Okay. We just happened to be discussing that a little bit, and that sounds like a pretty good topic that I think should be addressed because it's musical, it's cultural, and you could even make some money later on performing at musical events and social events and public things and that sort of stuff. So that's definitely a topic that has been talked about, all right? So we'll talk more, all right? Okay, now next, the fencers. Now, fencers, has any of you talked to Mr. Crosby, who is the board member who's out ill right now? That's his picture up there. He's the guy with the glasses.
I'm the one with the running nose.
Okay, so have any of you talked to him at all yet?
We've spoken briefly with him before. Our instructor is one of his former students.
I figured that.
One of his students.
Okay, well, if you already got a handle on it and everything you say is quite true, and Mr. Crosby would be the source on, getting equipment, things like that, and he could probably find a good price for it and come up with some good ideas on getting money and how to promote the program because, I taught with him. I didn't teach fencing, but, I remember he figured out tons of different ways to get money for his program because at that time the school didn't really want to help out that much, but maybe, the school could fit it into their plan because that's a great sport, a great activity, and we have a lot of leaders that came out of his program that were high up, two of which I know work at the Pentagon right now. Oh, no, they retired already. So anyway, he's the person to try and talk to. He is the expert around here on the topic. And you could ask your coach, and they'll probably say the same thing, besides saying, he was mean. All right, so thank you, guys.
I tell you what do you guys got going on next Friday at lunch?
Friday at lunch?
You guys calendars free? Supposed to be at school?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you what, we'll gather, we got all your names, and what we'll do is I'll set up lunch, and we'll talk about the Mariachi Club, and we'll talk about the fencing and how we can kind of promote it and see what we can do for some funding. How's that?
That sounds great.
Okay, so we'll bring lunch, we'll get your names, and next Friday, I'll come to you, and we'll work with your principal, and we'll get it all set up. How's that?
That sounds wonderful.
Okay,
Thank you.
perfect.
Thank you so much.
And while you're there, like a little bit here, a little bit there. It wasn't until we won our first championship that we were finally given placement training. We always trained on the black parking lot. Mr. Quevedo, I totally understand how frustrating it is to not have this placement training. You've been wonderful, and we'll do everything we can to assist.
Thank you for coming. At least we know where you can. We saw you last.
What was the other day?
Saturday.
You guys
Yeah, Saturday.
very impressive.
Great job.
Very impressive. We were talking about it. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So it's fencing, not dancing.
Fencing and
I thought it was dancing.
and dancing.
Well, and here's
We
the
should
other.
have had the fencers there too, huh?
Here's the other good news too. In case the protective gear may not work, Gabraha here he knows how to sew people up. So you guys,
Perfect.
him and I will be there. He's got you. We got you all covered.
Yeah, we got you,
On
darn.
the job training. Heck, call it CTE class.
CTE
And Rosa, you
fans.
don't want to see me dance, so I'm not a fan.
Okay, VVTA report.
It's nice to see you back, Mike.
Nice to see you too. Hi, I'm Mike Mayo,
Wow.
Victor Valley Teachers Association President, fellow cabinet, board members, and welcome to the new board member. Thank you so much. I'm sure you'll fit right in. It'll be great. Okay, not too much to report because we just started, so welcome to the spring semester. I would like to speak on a couple of things that were brought up earlier. We do have a long history with AFJ ROTC. Even though I wasn't part of it when I was going to Victor Valley High School, it was there and I had plenty of friends that were part of it, and for many of them it was a completely enriching experience for them. And so I'm glad to see that it's hitting on 30 years right now. We also have long history with fencing over at Victor Valley High School. I actually was fencing for a year while I was at Victor Valley High School, and Ken Crosby was actually my coach at the time. And they did win several championships. And it would be nice to see that there's something like that that is beginning to bloom with a little bit more prowess over at UP, so we can kind of keep some of that tradition, well, bring some of that tradition back to the district. I would like to thank Ramona Yee because I'm going to be meeting her soon. I've been able to get in touch with a couple of teachers who are much smarter than I am in some things in particular, and that even includes in like English language arts. You know, I'm an English teacher. They have some really good ideas as to how we can approach some of the goals that the district has set, especially in regards to A through G and the essential standards, because there are just a lot of things I need to discuss with Dr. Yee. And then I want to thank Mike Williford and the rest of the negotiation team for the district, because it seems like things are running pretty well. At least that's what Jared, our lead negotiator for VVTA, has presented to us. And so thank you for having constructive discussions with us. And we're all going to be looking at the budget and seeing how we can work around some things. All right, thank you very much. Have a good night.
Okay, thank you.
Mike, January the 20th?
Yes, January 20th. Yes, and yes, please come on out if you can to the luncheon that CTA has invited you to. I'm going to be there too.
Okay. CSEA?
CTA.
Yeah,
No.
I know.
Oh, you're calling
She's asking, that's a question, Mike. Okay, is that one of these?
They're not here, huh? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, consent items, 8.2 to 11.2. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, discussion? Anything you might want to pull? All right. Okay, vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Righty. Okay, human resource, certificated personnel. Can I get a motion?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? Can I get a vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, it's unanimous. Classified personnel,
So moved.
Second.
discussion on it? Can I get a motion?
Posey motion.
I'm sorry, a vote?
Voting.
Aye.
Sorry.
Aye.
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 Okay. The next one, pupil personnel, stipulated expulsion.
So moved.
Second.
Second. You know, on this one, I have to actually fill out the report too as well.
Vote.
Okay, all right. Can I get a vote on ayes?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, is that unanimous? That's 5, right?
Oh, yeah,
Any
5.
nays? Any nays? No? All right, and no absences. Okay. And I think
And they
that's
did
it.
tell you, Abrar, the personnel issues, you can't vote for. Figured
He
they did,
did?
just in case.
Yeah.
All right, we got it. Nobody's absent. I have to fill out this report. Absent, no, and no, okay. All right, and then information discussion, conference requests. Educational study trip requests. Williams report. Williams Solomon annual development fee. Okay, staff reports. Yes.
I do have one question.
I do have
one question. Williams report. It said that we had
Williams
two
report.
unresolved issues, and I assume by now they've been resolved. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, staff report. Business Services Division.
Yes, thank you. So as we enter into this second semester, we are busy in the Business Services Department, just wrapping up some audits that we had began working on in the prior semester. I'm looking forward to the Governor's Budget Workshop, which is coming up next week on January 19th. We know the Governor released his budget proposal last night, so I am just studying everything that's out there, looking forward to the workshop, and we're looking forward to preparing for our second interim reports with the data that we've received, also updating with current attendance and projection data. So that's just currently, what we're working on in business services at the moment.
All right, educational service.
Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome, Abrar.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you here. Thank you so much for your civic engagement through this process, and we look forward to getting to know you better. I also wanted to thank the Air Force JRTC at Victor. They did a fantastic job. It's always nice. As an immigrant, I think it's just I have a special place in my heart for this beautiful country, so it's nice to be able to see them in their patriotic ways. And it just reminds me these are the kinds of programs that we offer to our students for them to have those experiences, to be able to achieve their own, destiny, what they want to do, and some of them could be military, so it's nice to be able to offer that. At services, like Shantae was saying, like we're just, wearing our tennis shoes when we came back from our winter break, and it's just been nonstop. Really just being out at the sites to really support, the sites. Our focus continues to be A through G and increasing that. Focusing on the essential standards in the classrooms and ensuring that we're teaching skills. And then also to just literacy, making sure our kids can read and write. As of yesterday, I just wanted to make sure our kids know it's 50 days until testing season. And I'm telling you, 50 days, they go by pretty fast. So I want to just thank our teachers also to really just do a fabulous job in preparing our kiddos to make sure that they are successful. And I'm looking forward to just our testing incentive. I mean, I've never heard of a district that has done that and made that kind of commitment, and I am so blessed and fortunate to dangle that carrot in front of our kids to try their best, and I think we're going to see some good results. Each site has a testing plan, so we're really enhancing that, and we're going to have to count down to testing, so it's going to be really exciting. Other than that, I wish everyone just a happy new year and stay safe and healthy.
Okay. Human resource.
I'd like to welcome everybody back from their winter break. I would like to thank the VVTA negotiation team and the district negotiation team for another great day of work yesterday. We were able to close out another article, and I appreciate the honest conversation, the efforts by both teams to find common ground, which has been great. I'd also like to thank Mr. Casino and Mr. Jurgensen for your support with the Lieutenant Colonel Felix G. Diaz Administration Building event. I couldn't have done it without you guys and your support with that. And also, Chris, make sure you thank all your kids who came out that day and everything for us, please. They were amazing at that event. And then lastly, I know we've only been in school for back to work for about 9 to 10 days, and we have a 3-day weekend already. So hope you guys all enjoy your 3-day weekend, and that's it for me. Thank you.
Okay. Legislation. Basically, legislation is ongoing as usual. One of the things I have to report is that the governor, when he spoke yesterday, he had no deferrals, no cuts, and we're talking about education. And he wants to fully fund the COLA, but the COLA has gone down to 76.76 versus the 1.27. He will be talking about, they're going to be rolling out the governor's budget, and then from now until May revise, we will be talking about all the things that we are not going to be cutting or what we don't want them to look at. He's not going to go after any learning recovery grants. That means if we were going out for the community grant, he won't be cutting that because too many other people had, and many of the other districts had started on what they were going to do with the community grants and everything else. So he pulled back on that. At first, he was going to pull some of that money, but then he decided not to. He is actually holding a $500 million for facilities and bond support. So we're talking to him about those areas, and we're also talking about what's going on. He's waiting for the personal revenues to come in from people to see where we are going to be. And from there on, from that place on, when he finds out what the revenues are going to be from the personal revenues, then he will be able to size up what we can do and what we can't do as far as cuts and things like that. He's talking about $2 billion for construction money for old buildings that people have. So all of this is something ongoing that we're talking to him about. I think it's CSBA, which is California School Board Association, basically AXA, and CTA is also in some of this, involved in a lot of this movement to make sure that we don't harm education. Be assured, one thing that that we know and that people like myself make sure that they don't do is cut anything that we have ongoing already. As a district, we're doing very well to a large extent compared to many other districts right here, all the 33 other districts that are right here in San Bernardino County. We're doing very well. We won't have the kind of issues that the other districts do have. Carl came into a district that was already basically pretty secure, and we still are secure. So we won't be worrying about having a budget that is not able to support its members. So that's one of the positive things about our district that we have. Some of our neighboring districts are going to be having problems, so I don't want you to feel like they're us, because they are not us. Those people are working out the problems that they have in their districts. So we will do very well, I think, in the next couple of years. There might be some bumpy roads, but we will be okay. All right, and that was it.
Okay, so I guess I'm on. All right, excuse me. First thing, welcome aboard. It sounds like from the intro that you've got all the tools. You know, you got a personality, you got a brain, you want to go into medicine, and you might find some people with holes in them around here, so they'll always be patched up. But so you might be the next Dr. Ben Carson, okay? PhD, you're a successful doctor, a successful politician. So you just got all the tools. And one thing, and even if Mr. Coles told you, I always have to say this. Remember, you're here. If you got a question and somebody asks your opinion, you go for it. Because since this program started, we have had more things come to light that we didn't know, because a student just says, you know, we freeze at lunch. What do you mean? They don't open the cafeteria unless it's like snow on the ground. Oh, and we were able to fix that sort of stuff. So you bring it up, because, you know, Mr. Coles wants to fix things, and the only way we can do it is from you guys on the ground floor. And I'd like to thank the ROTC color guard. And those guys, I was afraid that they were going to get stuck there in that front row holding that flag, and that would have been really unfair, because that looked real uncomfortable. And I do remember, and I know Mr. Crosby remembers, and Barbara does, but Mr. Crosby and I worked at Victor Valley High School and remember when ROTC started. And it was really a cool thing. And that was even before Cadet Corps got going, all right? So we had that part of the military. It was a great program. The teachers, you know, Chief Moitoso and Colonel Yankee, they blended in and with the teaching staff, so we were able to help them and they were able to help us. Okay, and Barbara, they're both my favorites.
Oh, both your favorites?
Yeah, them at Cadet Corps.
I had to go up there and get permission to have two different groups.
Yeah, and it worked.
And it
And
worked.
they coexist wonderfully.
Had a waiver.
All right. And also I'd like to thank everybody that was involved in making that dedication Saturday go off. You know, we had Brett was there standing on top of the building, bless his heart. We may have needed you there, Breer, but luckily we didn't. But they did everything. It went off just not a hitch. And people said they thought it was well done and that, and well, I'm glad it was well done because it was for a good person. And that's, and one thing just about we were sincere about the fencers and the mariachis. We were talking about it actually just before the meeting. And the fencers, I was very sincere about Mr. Crosby's involvement in it. So maybe if nothing else, that'll kind of show to some of the students that, maybe somebody will listen to you. Because, hey, we're all for improving the schools, and I know when I was a teacher, the more stuff we had going on, everybody just seemed to be in better shape, better focused. They were entertained, they had a good activity to do, and like I said, a lot of Mr. Crosby's fencers, they're in some really, power positions now because they got that leadership, and we'll thank him. They did the work, he was the guy. And anyway, that's it, and we all look forward to, you guys are looking forward to June, but June's just another month. It's just like, oh, you glad it's Saturday? You're tired every day Saturday, okay? So, okay, you guys, thank you.
Okay. Mr. Crosby.
Yes, thank you. Came down with COVID, and I haven't had a fever since I've been married at 37 years, but man, I got hit hard with this, whatever it is. So I guess the years are catching up with me. But anyhow, a couple things. First of all, Abrar, welcome to the board. We look forward to working with you and hearing from you. And as has been said and will be said over and over again, please speak up. We need your input. So don't hesitate a second with that. We would also like to thank the UP students for their great presentation. They did a wonderful job. Thank you guys. Now I think they've gone home, but thank you very much for your presentation. Brian Gillespie, thank you for the Rotary Club. Through the years, what the Rotary Club has done to help our teachers and our students with scholarships for both teachers and students. Thank you so much, and please be sure to relay that to the Rotary Club because it means so much to us. We do appreciate that. A couple other things here. One, the Felix Diaz Administration Building dedication. What a wonderful event. I got to see my old students, Diaz, Garcia, Signs, and other students who were related to him. It was great seeing them. Some of them I haven't seen for 30 plus years. It was really wonderful seeing them. And it was a wonderful event to honor a great man. And we appreciate everybody. Mike, you spearheaded it. Thank you so much. And all the people that helped you. Wonderful event. And it's overdue that we honor some of those that have given so much. But thank you so much for that. To the Mariachi Club, I had a wonderful time listening to you at the dedication. Absolutely fantastic performance. And one of the things that your speaker said was it's a cultural value. And it's so true. And we need more cultural values presented in our district and supported. So thank you. And thank you for coming forward and expressing yourself. I was literally, I sent a text to Mr. Quevedo, and I was blown away by the professionalism of your mariachi group and your fencers and how they presented. So awesome job. Couple things then. One, the Connex box that would help the UP fencing team. One of the things that I will tell everybody, and for those of you who don't know, Victor Valley High School won 36 state championships and 10 national championships. And as Jose alluded to, yeah, we went all over the nation and we did all sorts of things. And it is an expensive sport, and the travel is most of it. We would go to New York City and Washington, D.C. and Texas and Maine and Connecticut and all that, because a lot of it is on the East Coast. But we would go there. And Robert, Mr. Quevedo, was part of those excellent teams. And he will be a better coach than I ever was. He is a much better coach, but we need to get that started again. They could use a Connex box. So something that we could look into, Superintendent Coles, is maybe getting a Connex box and placing it for them, because they have lots of equipment. And I think I told you, Robert, that I just had an old coach drop off lots and lots of equipment, but it is dated. But it'll last, and it's good practice equipment, so I'll be donating that to you too. But uniforms and designated space for training, as I mentioned early, we trained on the blacktop. And if you've ever tried stretching on a blacktop and getting up with a white uniform, you know what your uniform looks like afterwards. But we did that, and we don't want all our teams to do that. So hopefully we'll find a place for you guys to have designated space to practice. And then the final thing, Superintendent Coles, if I could get you to look at for Victor Valley High School, Eric Silva has a wonderful program there, and he's going to need a Connex box too to store all the stuff that they have. Rosie, you were talking privately about the engines that they have for the jets and stuff like that, but they don't have a storage place. And he's telling me, Mr. Silva was telling me that he also has lost thousands of dollars in theft because they have no place to put the tools and stuff, and we need to stop that. So those are a couple things I'll ask you to do and look into, and we'll help where we can. But again, thank everybody. Wonderful presentations, and I'm so impressed. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Kate, we'll look into those things.
All right, Mr. Hinojosa.
I think Penny is next.
No, it'll be you.
Oh.
I'm going to be last.
Okay. All right.
We didn't change it yet. We forgot.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for attending tonight, especially sticking around till the end, especially the students, knowing that you have school tomorrow. Thanks for sticking around. I want to thank our new board member, Abrar Amir. We're glad to have you. Look forward to your input, especially in how we can make our district even better than what it is already. I want to thank Michael Williford, Chris Casino, Brett Jorgensen, and the rest of the district staff that helped put the dedication ceremony last Saturday for Felix Diaz. It was an outstanding event. And talking with the family, they all enjoyed it. They appreciate all the hard work that went into it. The mariachis were great. Their music was just it hit just at the right time as they raised the the flag on Felix's name, and they started playing. It just reminded us of Felix and what he was all about. So you guys did a super job. Thank you. Also, our drum corps, our cheerleaders, and our cadets. It was just an outstanding event. I had the opportunity to attend the Zoom meeting of the district's English Learner Advisory Committee last night. I always like to attend those. They're very interesting. I always appreciate the number of participants that listen in via Zoom. Last night there was something like 60 teachers, parents, and students. It's just awesome. Thank Dr. Lorraine Beyer for her excellent LCAP presentation she did for the group. And Maura Balmaceda and her staff, they always do a great job on those meetings. I think that's, thank our Air Force ROTC students for being here. They're always awesome. As I said, I saw them at the Veterans Day parade last November. They're just awesome. And the veterans there were just, they were overwhelmed seeing these young students in their uniforms, and it kind of brings back the old memories for us older guys, and takes us back to when we were in uniform. But they did a super job. Thank you all for attending again tonight, and especially those folks that are watching via YouTube. I know there's some folks that tune in and watch the proceedings. I hope you enjoy your holiday coming up Monday, but let's remember why we have the holiday. Thank you.
Thank you. I too would like to thank our students who came tonight, the mariachi, the fencers, and of course our junior ROTC representing the Air Force. Thank you very much. We do appreciate having students come. And Brian, thank you again for the Rotarians' help, not only supporting students but teachers. That's a big thrust that you guys do. Service above self. The Rotarians set a great example in our community. Lastly, I would like to recognize in our audience, I see Kyle, that you're here, Kyle Hovanesian, and Abrar, I'd like to specifically introduce you to Kyle. Kyle, would you raise your hand? Kyle was our first student board member, and the reason we have a student board member is all of his hard work in petitioning and setting it up. Kyle is presently a student at Yale. He's a graduate of Victor High School, and if I could just connect you two so that you know that you're standing on his shoulders. Kyle, thank you so much for helping us to implement that. I want to thank our staff for all that you did to honor Felix Diaz, a pillar of our community. Thank you for all your efforts. Carl, thank you so much for next Friday, not tomorrow, but the next Friday, meeting with our students and hearing them out to see how we can best support them. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I hope you stay warm and have a happy New Year.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank the ROTC for being here. Apologize that I didn't see them. I forgot that they were going to be here. Anyway, also thank the students that came from UP, and I am so glad they're going to meet with them and see what's happening. Most things that people come and ask for, kids ask for today, is something we've already done and we've experienced. It's just a matter of finding out what it is at every school site that we have. So that's great. And I'm glad they came. At least we know what they need and what they want. So I also would like to thank the staff for putting on an event, the Mr. Diaz event. That's one of the families that I wrote about, and I had them in the museum, along with Mr. Hinojos and several. I wrote about the Afro-Americans and the Hispanics across the track, and that's where they lived before they could live on this side of the track. So when I first came here, that's where everybody lived. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had them in a museum, and did a display on all of the families that there. Mr. Hernandez as well and all the rest of them. I just want to say that at the federal level, as you know, there's a big fight back there with everything going on. So they're thinking about with education money, they're going to keep it just level funding. You know, nothing that they're going to expend on. So, and then everybody's having arguments as to who's the speaker and who's not the speaker. At least we got it to the point where they were thinking about cutting Title I 80%. And not only Title I, they were also thinking about cutting education 26%. So all of that they completely dropped because this is an election year, like I was telling everybody else. And they don't want to lose any votes, so they decided to just do away with that part. They pulled that part, so, and now they're going back to the agreement with Johnson, the speaker now, with Biden. So it looks like it's just gonna be straight level. The only thing that they might increase is special ed a little bit. Not a lot, but some. And then the county, I'm also on a county board. With the county, they're talking about the early, late start. So many people are having a problem within our 33 districts in San Bernardino County that is a big issue. So the one that was that pushed that bill is going to be running for Congress. So everybody's looking at maybe trying to change this early start bill as much as possible. So there's three things they're looking at. One is safety, and the safety part deals with fingerprinting. If we fingerprint in one district, why do we have to go and pay in another district? So we're looking at just making it so you get your fingerprints maybe in Victor Valley, and then if you move to Adelanto, then you won't have to redo your whole thing over again. You can just take that with you and say you've been fingerprinted at another place. And they're also looking at recess. What's recess for kids? You know, whether the kid is, say for instance, you have a kid go out to recess, but what happens is a teacher might say, no, he doesn't have recess. He's got to go sit in the corner over there for this many minutes. Well, there's some parents who have sued and says, I want my kid all the way out there at recess all the time. So that's an issue also that's coming up in our county, and it's affecting other counties as well. So those are the three issues they're going to be working on quite a bit in San Bernardino County. And as you know, the budget review is coming up on the January, I think, 24th.
19th.
I don't know what it is, what day, whatever day they have it down for. But I know that there is also a visual one on February 1st for the other counties. So that's, and then Prop 98, we're coming up with, 28. That's the one with the arts and music and stuff. Well, there are some counties that they say did not do the right thing about where they spent their money. So there's a resolution that we're going to have, whether we mean supplemental or supplant. They're not sure how we do that, Prop 28, but we're going to have a resolution for you to adopt. And we're working on it now so that we can have that in case when you have the audit, you have a problem with the audit. So look for that to come up pretty soon. With CSBA, we'll have it too, as well. Okay. And basically, that's it. Now we will have the student.
All right.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year, first of all, to everyone, and thank you for all the support you're giving me, all the welcomes. I really appreciate it. And you know, it's like a dream. A couple of days ago, I was up there representing my school representing my school. But today, I'm with all of you guys as a board member, so it's like a dream come true for me at the same time. So thank you so much for that. And then the fencing team, they're actually from my school, which surprised me, and I'm glad I heard them. You know, it's really hard when you don't get the things you need, and when they get the help, it helps them a lot. For me, you know, when we got accepted to marching band for Disney, we were super like stressed out, like how are we gonna pay all that and everything. The district paid for us, and we were super happy. We were like, oh my god, it's actually like a dream come true. So I could really feel them, and I'm glad me and Mr. Cole definitely look after them, right? And, yeah.
Set him up, I'll knock him down.
Set him up, you knock him down.
And thank you, Mr. Cole, for everything you did for me. I appreciate that.
Oh, that's
And,
neat.
Thank you.
That's neat. Okay, superintendent.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have much, I mean, a lot of it's been said, but welcome. You know, it's going to be great having you for the remainder of the year. And just want to reiterate, you know, what Ms. Dew talked about with budget. You know, we're going to do everything we can. It will not be a distraction to the teaching and learning process. It's not going to be a distraction to our staff. We look forward to working collaboratively, you know, and it'll be bumpy to some degree, but it is, it may be a distraction for many. It is not going to be a distraction for us. As we'll work collaboratively together on it and work through it. So really confident about that piece. And other than that, just Happy New Year. And for those who set out those New Year's resolutions, good luck. My gym's packed right now. I'm going to wait till March 1st to go and get on a treadmill again, but we're going to go together. Okay. Other than that, I just wish everybody a great and safe time until we meet again.
Okay, do we have to do any more closed session? Okay, then I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Right.
Aye.